welcome to Café Latino. We're here to talk and share experience for the Hispanic community, what we're living, what we do every day, how we inspire other women, other Latinas. So we're here with three great women as we're getting back from the break. Rosalba, tell me a little about how you inspire other women, what you will tell the other people to become a great entrepreneur like you.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question because I was just like many women out there having a job, a paycheck that came every week. So I felt secure. I felt, you know, I'm making an okay living to sustain my family. But then it became more than that. It became more than just a paycheck. At some point, I wanted to have more satisfaction in the work that I was producing. As a designer, I wanted to be have more freedom with my creativity. And I also wanted more time with my family. And I thought having my own business would provide some of those things, give me more flexibility and allow me to have the freedom with my design ideas. And also always looking ahead at a better future for my, what am I going to leave behind to my kids and my family. So I will say to women that are in that same situation where they maybe already have a paycheck or maybe they're unemployed, it's never the right time. You sort of have to make the time be right for you. You have to decide, have that desire to be on your own. First of all, you have to have that willingness to be on your own, to take the risk. And then once you have that desire, create a plan, start studying what industry you want to pursue. So if you are good with people, decide what kind of industry you can tap into that where you're going to be dealing with people. If you're good, if you're a creative person, what can you do with that creativity? If you're, whatever your skill set is, dedicate some time figuring out how to do that well and where are the weaknesses in the industry, who can you talk to that can mentor you, advise you on, even putting budgets together. You may not know how to budget your own work.
Yeah, the own house, my lord.
So I will say, just create a plan and follow through. Talk to people that already have been doing what you want to do. Maybe talk to people that could be potentially your clients. Find out what their needs are for them, what's lacking right now in the industry that you can maybe do better than your competitors. And so prepare yourself before you quit your job, before you tell your family, I'm on my own. Just be mentally prepared what you're taking on, and that will be kind of my advice for anyone that has that desire to be on their own. Yeah.
Rebecca, what you will tell people?
Well, to piggyback a little bit off of what Rosalba said, because she said a lot of good points, you do have to kind of find yourself, prepare a budget and all that. And what I would add to that is also go to your local chambers. There's a lot of local chambers that have great resources for Latinos. They have partnership with SBA, with SCORE, which gives you the mentorship program that she's referring to.
And I use that too, so thank you for reminding us about that. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of services out there, and within that network of services, you're going to find other people that are alike, and you guys could use each other to empower each other, to encourage each other, and things of that nature. Because I know I've learned a lot going to a lot of the events that I go to, and I hear a lot of interesting story, and it gives me hope. It gives me, like, oh, I like this. I could utilize this. Or that's an aspect in my life that I needed to change, and that lady just had a great idea. So empowering yourself with your local chambers, I think is a good start.
Great idea. Maria.
Find help. I encourage the people. I think
complementing what we're talking,
Well, yes. My friends here say everything. But I think you have to study.
Study.
Yeah. You have to learn. If you can do something, you have to do it well. You have to learn and find help. It's because I'm an educator.
You need
study. You need to study, you need to find information, read, try to do everything correctly, because that's the most important, with ethic and with honesty is the most important in any business that you start.
And that's a good point, and I'm sorry, because they have to be licensed in certain things, have degrees in certain other things. In her case, they have to be licensed as well, so studying is very important.
You have to get the certifications before you do anything.
And sometimes even, there's a lot of, in our area, there's a lot of cleaning companies, for instance, and you may think, I'm going to start a cleaning company, I don't need to know too much, I just need to clean, I'm a good, I can keep a house clean. But in reality, you have to learn about chemicals. How how do chemicals react with fabrics, with carpet?
Yeah.
So there's always a learning about any field that you choose to do. Even if you think that it doesn't require a lot of learning, there's a lot involved in any industry.
Everything you have to.
So there's a huge need to learn.
But the next step is the hardest. Is when you learn everything, you have your plan, and now it's a time to sell. This one is the hard part. Well, where do you find your customers? No? Where do you? So that part, then sometimes nobody told you that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, perfect, I have my license, and then what?
Let's just say, in the beginning, it's not easy.
No.
All the business is hard in the beginning, but you have to keep doing.
Yeah,
you have
absolutely.
to be there.
Yeah.
Try all the time.
And I have a recommendation for that, creating that connection, the clientele. What I personally worked for me was connecting with people way before, about 6 or 8 months before I went on my own. I just I started having lunch meetings with, in my industry will be architects, engineers, developers, people that I knew were involved in the design field.
Yeah.
That had recommendations from me, that had leads for me, they knew someone that may need a designer eventually. So I just created a network around, what I needed. So by the time when I had quit my job, I already had built that relationship. They already all, I had a lot of people that knew that I was gonna start my own business. So when I quit my job, literally I quit my job, I had no clients. I'm like, I'm quitting my job today because I'm dedicating myself to my job, to my own business. And within a few weeks, I got a call. You said you were starting your own business. Did you start already? I'm like, actually, yes. I'm in my business right now. I'm in my living room with my laptop. Yeah, I'm in my office right now. What do you need? But it was because I planted a seed along the way, creating that connection with people that support you and that believe in what you're doing. So
you're right.
I think the clue here is that you do a good job. The people recommend you again. If you do something wrong or bad, nobody calls you again.
Yes.
That's it.
So what I did when I decided to leave corporate and decided to own my company, Random Words Marketing, what I did is I joined chambers of commerce. I joined the Reston Chamber of Commerce because I said I have never done business here in Reston, so let's begin again. No? So I did that, and it was wonderful to be part of the Reston Chamber of Commerce. But then after a couple of months, I feel like I think I could sell better with people that are like me, Latinos, Then I joined the Greater Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and it's been wonderful. I've been closing business there. But lately, I decided that I'd maybe do business with any other races, so I joined the Asian American Chamber of Commerce. And I found it that as an immigrant people, for me, it has been more easy to sell other immigrant communities, like from people from Africa, other countries, that it's easier for me because I feel like we are exactly alike. We are immigrants. We're looking always for help. So I thought that was, but I think the secret for selling is networking, no?
Yes.
Attend meetings, go to, events in the chamber, anything that means networking when you meet people, no?
And I like how you mentioned that you first started with one chamber and you realized that wasn't exactly working for what you were looking for. I mean, it's probably perfect for another business, another industry. But then you found your way around, so you found where you belonged.
Yeah.
And then that's where you are because that's where you feel safer. That's where you feel you can connect the most. So always trying different things until you get to where you need to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Where did you find your most of your business?
Well, it's not easy. It was not easy. Farming is a way to the farming is when you select a place and you send information about you, try to get, and the person, but you have to have a plan. Every 3 months you send something, and at the time, I don't know, when the people say, oh, I need to buy a house. I see a lady who send me all the time information, and you start in that way. It takes a lot of time.
That's mailing, when you say you send something, you're mailing.
Yes, mailing information. And when you do, is my point, if you do a good job, the people recommend you with the family, friends, and everyone. I work more for recommendations. And I work with people who has a lot of money. I don't sell houses, luxury houses. I have to make a lot of
little houses, little small houses, sales.
But it's people it's exactly why the people love the work that I I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I say that because I try to help them to get the
Where
goal, the future goal, which is prepare for the future and can buy the house. That is my.
And Rebecca, when you recruited these agents, did you guide them how to find
Yes,
clientele?
I did
Okay.
because one of my favorite things to do on earth is connect people. So if I see a personality that I think will match with another personality and I think they will get along well,
Yes, yeah.
and if someone has a need, I will be more than happy to connect them. We do a lot of things in our organizations. We partner up with a lot of Latino organizations and chambers, and we do a lot of events, you know, booth and things like that. I think you and I were on a booth once, right?
Yeah, we went
at the
one of-
DC Bachata
yeah,
Congress.
exactly,
So,
yeah.
and that's one of the ways we help them. But, you know, we also help them at our organization. We sit with the agents and we walk them and give them all the support and resources that they need in order to know what to do with those clients when they do come along, so that we can make sure that they're being provided the best.
So it's different. The recruitment that try to find client is different because
is.
you're more networking,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and
No,
that's
but-
why I have both I have to do both. I have to
Yeah.
recruit and I have to do marketing. So, which is an
Okay.
interesting position, because at least if I get a person,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the very same person that I've already established a relationship with, and I'm moving them along the process, and now I'm getting them connected to the community, and then they start becoming a staple in the community, and they start changing lives. And, you know, then they start, you know, making a little bit of money, then they go to you and get a house, and they go to her and
Yeah,
get her
wonderful.
Make the house even better.
she does amazing work. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her work, but it is really
Exactly.
nice.
So we have a great conversation. It has been a lovely a couple minutes, an hour to talk about everything. And I think the secret for living to the people is networking, studying, be decided, like, you know, I can do better, you know, we always can do better. We
Yeah.
always can reborn and do better things. And I think Latinos, we have this little seed inside us that we always want to
passion.
do. Passion. Yeah.
The seed is called passion. Yeah.
So I think this cafecito has been wonderful to listen to these wonderful women, and it's
Thank
just,
you.
it's just awesome. It's been wonderful. You know, sometimes I feel alone, and sometimes maybe I have to sit down and tomar un cafecito, you know. Yo necesito tomarme un cafecito con ustedes para compartir esta soledad. Cuando eres un entrepreneur, a veces estás muy solo, ¿no?
Sí.
So, pero muchísimas gracias por venir, Rosalba, muchísimas gracias por venir. Ha sido un placer.
Gracias, Laura.
María, continúa tu bello trabajo educando a la gente, es increíble y la verdad te respeto mucho porque dedicar el tiempo que tú dedicas a las personas para hacerlas entender no ha de ser fácil. Muchas gracias.
Eso me hace feliz, gracias.
Muchísimas gracias por haber venido. Y Rebeca, como siempre, ella es un caso también especial, las tres son únicas, porque gracias a ella he conseguido contactos que nunca hubiera tenido antes. Ella siempre está pensando en mí cuando conoce a alguien. Laura, yo creo esta persona te puede ayudar en esto, y eso es algo que no voy a poder nunca olvidar. Muchísimas gracias. Continúa siendo el connector.
Gracias.
Thank you very much for coming.
Es la goma que
Thank
une.
you for having us.
Yeah. Y bueno, vamos a continuar invitando a otras mujeres latinas para seguir platicando y tomándonos aquí una tacita de café y platicar sobre nuestras experiencias. Thank you very much all of you for coming, and we will continue looking for women that want to share ideas, experience, so everybody can learn from us. Has been a very wonderful afternoon here in Café Latino, and it will continue. I hope this is our first show, so this is my godmothers, mis madrinas, and it's going to be a wonderful future, I hope so, where everybody can come. Then you can check our webpage, cafelatino.com, where you can ask questions, and you want to come, please welcome, and let us know what would you like to share. What kind of experience did you want to share? But my godmothers will be with me along the way.
Yeah.
I hope so Cafecito Latino is there for a long time. Have a good afternoon.